All right, it's time. It's time to crack the Crown Royal Harvest Rye. Let's try this one. The Harvest Crown Royal Harvest Rye. It's been forever since I had a kind of regular Crown Royal products. This will be interesting. I kind of like forgot that a lot of these Crown products are like 45% alcohol. I'm actually kind of surprised that it's not like 40% alcohol. Good on you, Crown Royal, for 45% alcohol. Of course, it's from the Gimli Distillery in Manitoba. This is a Diageo product. Crown Royal is a Diageo product. It is probably chill filtered and color added and produced in a column still, but hey, at least they gave us 5% extra alcohol. And we don't know the age of this one, non-age statement, but probably it is matured in New Charred Oak, ex-bourbon, and probably my favorite barrel, ex-Canadian whiskey. It probably has some ex-Canadian whiskey in there. And this is only 90% rye, and I'm assuming the other 10 is probably like corn or barley or something like that. But it's 90% rye, not 100% rye like Law 40, only 90% rye. And again, the meme with this bottle is at one time it was a particular whiskey critics a whiskey of the year, and it was very popular and flew off all the shelves and was purchased everywhere. So we'll see. We'll see today how we feel about the current modern iteration of the Crown Royal Harvest Rye Canadian whiskey. And maybe it's just it was really good in that year and it's not good anymore. I don't know, but Streamer already did drink 7 today. I know. It's a double feature. Surely you want to know the skinny on the Crown Royal Harvest Rye, don't you? Of course, if you didn't know, Crown Royal was created by Seagram's back in the day, the Seagram's Company. In 1939, for the visit of King George VI. Is rye what I'm supposed to replace my bourbons with? You could. It's close. Ah, yes. Plastic screw cap. This is what we call luxury. Nothing wrong with a screw cap, you know, every once in a while. Plastic. Yeah, plastic. I can't really demonstrate it very well, but yes, it's plastic. It's not metal. They spare no expense at Crown Royal. At least they didn't spare the expense of, you know, they spared the expense of making it. I'm still surprised it's 45% alcohol. I'm just being honest. I assumed Crown Royal was like 40% alcohol, but it's not. Um, that being said, there's probably no way this is natural color, but it is 90% rye whiskey. All right, so give that a minute to sort itself out a little bit. Let me look at this for a second. I'm not sure if this glass is like bad or if this is non-chill filtered. Maybe not the best glass. I'm going to pour another glass of this. Hold on. There's some amount of like visible particles in this one, so I'm kind of like disconcerted. So I'm just going to pour it into this one and see that I made sure is clean. And this is not a gimmick to drink twice as much Crown Royal, but we might end up drinking twice as much. Or I'm going to pitch that other one out. It might have something on the glass. Can't tell. Oh, nope, it's the same in this one, too. Huh. I wonder if this is non-chill filtered. It's exactly the same. You can kind of see stuff in it. It must be the whiskey. What in the world? Maybe it's non-chill filtered. Do you think maybe Crown Royal would be non-chill filtered? Oh, this one's clearing up now. Maybe it's just taking a really long time for the bubbles to, like, get out of the whiskey. That's so weird. I don't think that's normal. Even crazy? Well, we got twice as much Crown now. An overpour for sure. Yeah, I can't tell if that's just the air bubbles or what. It clears up eventually. It's so weird. Either way, now we have way too much Crown Royal. But that's okay. Give that a minute, but I get the feeling this is going to smell like Canadian whiskey. That's the knee-jerk reaction I get. But I'm trying to look and see if this is like... The glass is a little fuzzy, so I can't, like, see. I wonder if I shake this up. Yeah, it's the whiskey. Does this just happen with every whiskey and I'm crazy? Hold on. Maybe that just happens with every whiskey. I've never seen like that amount of particles at a time, but maybe I just always let it rest and I just went at that one sooner than normal. There's definitely the same thing happening to this bottle. Okay. That's probably just air working its way out of the whiskey, and it looked like something, because it's clear now. Huh. You learn something new every day, I guess. Can't remember ever seeing that before, but I think it's just because, like, every time I pour, I set it down and let it chill, and maybe this time I didn't do that. Huh. Either way, this is way too much Crown Royal Harvest Rye. And it smells like a Canadian whiskey might. It smells like caramel. And like, oh, there's a slight licorice thing. It's like caramel and black licorice. I mean, it's a rye whiskey. I can tell it's a rye whiskey. That being said, the nose is not super duper intense. And despite the fact that I have way too much whiskey here, it's still not that intense. Um, there's a little bit of like a grainy note here. It's like grains and black licorice, caramel. It's a little bit of something. It's again, it's not the most expressive though. We're getting in there, but it's not like, you know, really greeting us. It's kind of like digging in a little bit. But yeah, there's like a toasted grain almost. That kind of licorice note. Some caramel in it. I wonder if, I just poured this in, but I wonder if we take a lesser portion into this glass, if like the experience is a little different. I don't do this too much. I never like accidentally pour. I didn't even accidentally pour. I just, well, sort of an accident, but I'm curious if the nosing is like a little different from this like super full glass, from like this, like say this one that's like kind of empty. Like more appropriate amount of whiskey. Okay, it is a little different. Like this one is like this glass that's like really full is like way more on the licorice. That's kind of interesting. And this one that's more empty is way more on like cinnamon spice and grains. And some buttery note. Honestly, this glass is harder to read than this one. That's really interesting. So if you're really nosing at like a really full glass, you probably need to rest it longer. I think some of the like, since there's more volume of whiskey here, I think more alcohol is interfering with the nosing. Because I feel like I get a better expression out of this glass that's like maybe got 20 milliliters in it rather than like 55. Or actually, it's probably closer to 50. Honestly, this is starting to grow. I'm leaving this for a minute. Because I went from like, hey, this nose is like not that expressive to all of a sudden like I'm getting like some interesting like cinnamon spice and allspice and ginger coming out of this thing. Gingerbread, some graininess. This is starting to develop before my eyes or before my nose. Is this good? Maybe it is actually good. The thing is when you go in with Crown Royal, you have no expectations. You're like, it's Crown Royal. How good could it be? But maybe. Just maybe. Yeah, you know, it's got a lot of nice spice on it. There's a gingerbread thing going on. Maybe some vanilla. The graininess is there. That harsh, kind of really overwhelmed, like licorice component is kind of going away. Gingerbread, yeah, like it's right on for me. Like that molasses kind of sweetness is kind of in it too. Not bad. It could be stronger. The intensity could be stronger, but honestly, not bad. How much did I pay for this? Hold on. Now look, I know that probably what's going to happen is we're going to be like, find the nose is not too pad, and then the palate's going to be disappointing. But let's just live in this blissful ignorance for a minute that maybe $38. Honestly, at $38, this is worth it just to smell it at $38. Not bad. Don't hate the nose. Actually pretty good. Not bad. I don't know about whiskey of the year, but not bad. All right, look. Here's the moment of truth, okay? Crown Royal Harvest Rye on the palate. Cheers. It's a spicy palate. Finish is like non-existent. Yeah, it's not the greatest palate. It's got some interesting kind of like, again, ginger, and like nutmeg and cinnamon spice. Very spicy, a little bit bready. Some of the sweetness is there, but it's not super expressive. But honestly, for $38, not bad. Definitely had worse Scotch palettes on bottles twice this price. Like, honestly, not bad. Like, there's Scotch palettes you get and you drink them and you're like, there's a whisper of malt in there. And this has got like, you got some spice in there, you got some sweetness, you know, a little bit of molasses tickle. You know, honestly, not bad. Hands down better than Canadian Club 20. Not even close. Way better than Canadian Club 20. It's like not even close. It's not like amazing, but it's like this is pretty good value. Like this is almost like a Wild Turkey 101 kind of value for me, I think. You get less alcohol than Wild Turkey 101, but I mean, it's 45%. The flavor expression's not bad. It's cheaper than Wild Turkey 101. It's, you know, it's not bad. It's not terrible. That's that's maybe like not the most glowing praise, but I wasn't expecting anything, and I'm definitely surprised to the upside. I think, like, honestly, not bad. It's not whiskey of the year, okay, but it's not bad. And it's definitely because it's presented at 45% alcohol. If this was 40% alcohol, there's no way it would be even remotely close. But it's honestly not bad. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do a head-to-head with the legendary Canadian rye whiskey Lot 40, okay? We got to have a battle, okay? It's time. It's time for a battle of Canadian rye whiskeys, of Canadian mass-produced rye whiskeys. Okay, we have to do it. Because everyone talks about how good the Lot 40 100% rye whiskey is. Oh, it's in a copper pot still. Oh, it uses #2 new charred oak barrels. It's so good. So let's put it head to head against this thing, which is like, I don't know, 20% cheaper. Is made at column still, isn't even 100% rye, it's only 90% rye, and probably has my favorite barrel ex-Canadian whiskey involved. Let's see. Let's see. We gotta. Oh no. Fuck. You fucker. Look, for all the hype, this cork is fucking broken. Fuck me, man. What am I gonna do now? Where's my bag of corks? How does that even happen? God damn it, Lot 40. You already lose. If only you had a screw top like Crown Royal, then this would never have happened. I don't know if any of these corks are going to fit. Wait. Is this? No. The thing is, I had a bottle of Lot 40 before, so I was kind of hoping maybe I had a Lot 40 cork still. God damn it. Fucking piece of shit. Son of a bitch. How did that even happen, Lot 40? How are your cork is so shit? It's fucking dry as fuck. Gingerly, gingerly. The part down here isn't bad. It's the part that was up by the, like, the top that was all dry. But that's what happens, right? Like, when you think about it, it's like you moisten the cork and it's only going to get so far. It's the part up by the top that's going to fucking snap every time. God damn it. I'm trying not to get any cork in the fucking bottle. Because that's the fucking shit part. Masterfully extracted, no cork in the bottle, but I don't know if this is gonna be big enough. Oh, that's actually perfect. I don't know whose cork that was, but it worked really well. I always have some worry that, like the cork is like from a peated whiskey or something like that, and you like put it in a non-peated bottle. It'll smell peated. And then like you're like moistening it like this, and like you get like some peat crap in there. Well, this looks like it seals. Alright, so I guess it's fine. Fucking Lot 40, piece of shit. Well, this is going to be a long YouTube video now. I definitely didn't pause to fix my bottle. Alright, YouTube, you're in for a wild ride today. It's going to be like a fucking 40-minute video, probably. Alright, well, either way. I think that seals. It's weird. It's like, why can't corks all be like standard? No, it doesn't quite seal. See if the wild turkey seals. Absolutely not. I don't want to use this other one because it came from fucking Connemara. This is probably the right size though. Oh yeah. These are so similar in diameter, but one is like... I mean, this feels like it should work. Like, surely that's sealed, right? Either way. Fucking goddamn fucking corks. Just use a synthetic cork, please. Like, synthetic corks are the way to go. It's the best of both worlds. Either way, let's let this Lot 40 chill for a minute. And then we'll do a little bit of an A-B. with these two Canadian Rider whiskey cats here. Hi, cat. Cat, do you want some whiskey? There's an overpour of Crown Royal here. There's a blend of Aberlour 12 and Aberfeldy 12. No, you don't want any of that? You want my broken cork? What, baby? She wants some of like the wrapping, but I did a good job of getting rid of it, I think. Are you going up to see my red banks? You can go up there, as long as you don't knock over any of the red banks. Whoop! There she is, living her best life amongst the red banks. Fucking red bank. Alright. So back to our regularly scheduled program here. Honestly, the lot 40 is like more on the licorice. But the Crown is more on the spices. Like that like allspice, gingerbread Christmas cake kind of spice. Like bready, cakey spice kind of thing. It's more on the Crown. And the lot 40 is like more on the like licorice root beer kind of thing. So actually, interestingly enough, the lot 40 is 43% alcohol, and the Crown is 45% alcohol. So the Crown actually has an advantage in alcohol, if you can believe it. The lot 40 presentation is 43%. There's a bit of a it's almost like there's more, a little bit of like almost like a little bit of fruit on this one. So the nice thing about the Crown is it's like nice, sweet, kind of bready baking spices, kind of like, honestly, kind of like gingerbread and like allspice and Christmas. Like, it reminds me of like Christmas baking. This Crown. Whereas like this lot 40 is kind of more like on the, it's got like a little bit of like almost like apple pie kind of thing. I'm definitely getting like apples out of it today. Like it's more on the fruit. It's like no real fruit here. There was some of that like black licorice at first, but no fruit. But we got like a fruity component on the lot 40. It's like this one is like apple pie and this one is more like a Christmas cake. Yeah, it's definitely like way more fruity on the lot 40. And that might be the, again, this is pot still, and this is all column still as far as I know. I don't really want to like say either one is really better. I'm getting a little bit of citrus out of the Crown, which I think is like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get like a regular bottle of Crown, but like the Crown single malt also had a citrus to it. Um, I'm wondering if that like slight citrus note is like just a Crown thing. It's definitely not on too many Canadian whiskeys that I've tried. Man, this thing is all apple pie, apple cider. The fruit is really popping out of this Lot 40. It's like a really clear, like the fruit components are popping out of this, and like the like slight citrus baking spice thing is popping out of that. All right, so let's remind ourselves of this Crown Royal Rye here. Again, mostly spicy. Here's kind of a sweet, creamy undercurrent. But mostly like those spices are the main qualities there. Those like several kind of baking spices, like there's like maybe a slight citrus on the palate too, but again mostly like ginger, allspice, nutmeg, cinnamon, like this baking spice mix with some like sweet creaminess present. And now a lot 40 on the palate. Um, I'm gonna say this, and maybe it's gonna be a surprise, but the Crown is thicker on the palate, and honestly, almost I like the palate on the Crown a little bit better. Um, it's a little bit more woody. You get the same kind of like similar kind of spice character on the Lot 40, but it's almost like there's more of a like um, an oaky component to it. And of course, the Lot 40 uses #2 New Charred Oak barrels. So while there's maybe some New Charred Oak, I think in the Crown Royal Rye, it's using some refill casks too. So it's a lot more woody on the palate and the finish for the Lot 40. But also, again, the presentation is 43% alcohol, and I feel like you can tell there's a little bit more weight on this Crown Royal Rye. Maybe a little less weight on the Lot 40. Maybe I'll have to taste these again on another day, but man, if I was to pick right now, I think I'll like this one better. Um, which, look, I know everyone says Lot 40 is the like secret Canadian whiskey that, you know, is really good and we hide from Americans, but I mean, Colonel's not bad. Honestly, this Colonel's not bad. I like the fruity component on the nose of this one, but I think in the straight head to head, it's like the Crown has a slightly better presentation. I have to try this 40 again, but not bad. Did the music stop? Please don't stop the music. Gotta be honest. The palate on the Crown to me is thicker and more flavorful than this one. And it could just be down to proof. Again, higher proof over here, lower proof here. This is 100% rye, so there is some other grains in here that may be like adding to the flavor profile somewhat. Maybe there's some corn in here adding to the creaminess. I don't get like the like typical Canadian sweet creamy notes out of the Lot 40. I never have, but they're definitely present here on this Crown. So I don't know if the Crown has like 10% corn in it. I don't know if this creamy aspect is like corn related, but what is this sound? But it's definitely not, the palate's definitely not hitting for me in the Lot 40 by comparison. As these are today, I prefer the Crown Harvest Rye to Lot 40. That's just is what it is. Hot take, probably hot take. Probably hot take, but not bad. Not bad.